where we can actually control reality just by thinking about it. But it has to be something of a positive nature. We have carcasses science technology where, if you consider it, like at the Sarasota Memorial Hospital here, when they check you in, they have a palm reader. That's a biometric. Well, if we can have biometrics, we have an aura field around the human body. Some people can see, actually see different colors, you know. And why can't we control the driver car by putting a hand down? And we have self-driving cars now, which is the science of intention. Intention is an energy. We manifested the hand now. Quantum has a strong means of intention. Maybe you intended for your break just by thinking about it. So, yeah, but you're probably so familiar with it historically. You knew meantime was prepared, but that still doesn't explain away why it happened the next day. Your intention, you know, may have been just enough to push it over meantime before failure. So there's all sorts of subtle energies in the universe that are now becoming expressed by people who are outside the normalcy bias. They're not ashamed. The awakening is really a remembering.
A re-remembering.
A re-remembering.
Yes, because we've done this before.
When we have paradigm shifts, all that essentially survives is love and light. And that's all we are.
One of my big questions of you guys was what your thoughts were on the creation of the Sphinx that we referred to earlier, the pyramids, the Mayan temples, all that technology, all that architecture that was bypassed for many centuries and not able to be recreated or accomplished again.
It's pre-diluvian architecture. Pre-diluvian.
I'm not familiar
Which
with
means?
Flood.
Okay.
And then afterwards, it was reconstructed. The Sphinx didn't have the head with the head on it.
Correct.
No.
Correct.
And then the pyramids are...
Well, getting back to the Sphinx, you can also see, like what you were saying, the water lines when it was flooded as it was receding.
That's how they proved it was a pre-diluvian structure.
Yeah, I heard that very well.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then the pyramids themselves, I can't remember, it has to do with, there's Russian pyramids in
China.
Huh?
There's hundreds of them in China. There's underwater pyramids.
Yeah, but aren't they two different architecture, a Nubian and a Russian?
That I'm not sure. I don't know.
I can't remember. But it amplifies, it's not gamma rays. What is it? I can't recall it.
But I know what you're talking about, and that's the importance of having the capstone actually on the pyramid.
Yeah.
I think of the album cover on Dark Side of the Moon. Right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bend the light.
The light. It's funny you mentioned that.
And there's plenty of album covers that have secrets that we're just now waking up to. And the lyrics, wait.
So you guys are. Hang on. Let me. So. I want to welcome everybody for joining us right now. As you know, I'm Gregg from N5D.com, and we're joined by Randall Sanders and John Barron. We're here on the beach at Siesta Key and doing a little spirit talk. So if you have any questions, jump right in. And yeah, we're talking about the pyramids now and the Sphinx and where they came from and how they got here. But we were talking about deja vu and all sorts of things.
Akashic records is, to me, I mean, I had the same understanding you were mentioning.
About Edgar Casey and
there was the recordings.
Right.
And you know, like we talked about the Book of Life, everything's recorded. But I think it goes beyond that, even at the quantum level, that a lot of hyperdimensional physics and what's been discussed about med beds, that these technologies exist, but the Akashic records, I can't remember the exact scientific name, that is a hyperdimensional phenomenon that even down to the DNA level, and even beyond that, the quantum level, everything is recorded as an entity moves through space-time. And like the guys are coming out who have experienced this and witnessed this, and they're being dissed because they're whistleblowers. And the only way to get around with it is they go totally public, so they can't be dissed. So they have arms and legs and limbs totally missing. They put them inside these med beds, and it's a 3-4 day process, along with some sort of neurochemical treatment, and the limb actually regrows. And then they come out of the med bed with an entirely new arm. And a lot of people refer to that movie, if you've ever seen it, as Tom Cruise Elysium. There's a demonstration of med beds in that movie.
Huh. Haven't seen that. I'll have to check that out.
There's a few others. There's people that who have been insiders or whistleblowers who have actually experienced it. And I know we talk about Corey Good, 20 in Black. He's being dissed now. I don't know why. I don't know. I can't keep up. It's all entertainment to me.
Yeah.
But it's, to me, it's a very hopeful thing that we do have technology.
Yes.
That could revolutionize the human experience and free us all.
You know, it's like when people are asking for donations to the American Cancer Society. Cancer, that's so ridiculous, because cancer's been cured, I don't know how many times, by so many different ways and methods, but yet we're still donating to something that's a $163 billion a year cause. Crazy.
And it's interesting because before Gregg turned Facebook Live on, I had asked a question, or asked these guys if they were familiar with Lilydale, which is up near Lake Chautauqua, New York, where it was like a community of seers, and many of them refer to themselves as readers. But your description of the fact that everything in history has been written down, and perhaps everything forward is being written, has been written down, makes sense that he was reading me as what my future was, or things.
He was tapping into that realm.
It makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Yeah, and basically right now what we're doing is just re-remembering what's going on. It's not remembering, but re-remembering, as time really doesn't exist.
And you may want to mention what your description of it, when I asked about deja vu and where it came from and why we have it, you both had excellent responses. Perhaps you could mention that to folks.
Yeah, basically when, in my own personal experience, what a deja vu would be is if, say for example, there's a parallel world that's going on right now and you're just getting a glimpse of it. Everything is basically the same in that parallel world or reality, except for something very minute, and you've already seen that. Also, the other idea that goes along with that is that time doesn't really exist. So you're just seeing things from a perspective in time, maybe a slightly beforehand, a few seconds beforehand. Randall, what was your idea?
Well, I think you're exactly right. You just brought up another point. I think we're all capable of doing consciousness shifts, and the consciousness shift is the same thing as the hyperdimensional shift. You drop out of this space-time fabric, maybe by one thread, and you have a deja vu, or you see a vision. And you know, traditional scripture, without a vision, the people perish. Well, that not only applies, I think, to a vast population of people, but it applies to your day-to-day life, just in seeking out meaning and purpose during the human experience. I think that's why the human experience exists, is to each of us find the real purpose and meaning for us being. If it's not service to humanity, I don't know what's beyond that. And once you wake up to that, then it's a remembering that our highest evolution is to realize that I am another you. What's the term?
In la catch a la keen.
I can never say that.
Yep.
You. I'm always going to call Gregg when I need that pronounced.
Yeah, and it's so true. In la catch a la keen, I am another you. Have you ever heard of that before? It's a Mayan expression. Yeah. As a matter of fact, I just put a video out on In5D YouTube, I don't know, maybe a week ago or a week and a half ago, about In la catch a la keen. Did a whole thing on that, and maybe I'll post the link to it right here when I get back home.
So it seems like there's a movement going on right now, and I may be wrong, that people are waking up to the individual sovereignty. I'm not talking about from geopolitical point of view, but a cosmic. It has to expand this cosmic sovereignty and cosmic volition. That you're an eternal entity, being, and when we come into the human experience, we acquire separation. Like when a child is born, the first thing they recognize...
The veil.
Yeah, the veil's
Yeah.
lifted. There's mother, and then I'm separate from mother. So that's the beginning of separation. And throughout life, those separations become fragments of an infinite amount of duality, which can be leveraged against us. But once we begin to see the commonality or the oneness that I'm big on, then once you experience that oneness, it's far, far more than non-dualistic thinking. Far, far more, because we identify with each and everything around us. It doesn't matter what it is. It's coming from a single source, a divine creator, God, or whatever you want to call it. It doesn't matter. Nomenclature doesn't matter. It's the experience in the sense of that energy that pervades the universe. But if you're separated from that, then you're lost.
I had a dream a couple of years ago that I was about to incarnate, and I'm looking around and everybody's walking around like zombies, and I had no idea why they were doing that. And I thought, okay, well, something's up here. Why do they have their memories erased? Why do I still have mine? And I was about to incarnate. What they do is, through symbolism, I was put on an elevator, and I'm going down the elevator, and they're asking me questions, simple things that I should know, and I'm thinking, okay, they're trying to trick me, and I'm gonna act dumb.
Ask you where the lingerie department is.
Yeah. No, but and they're trying to trick me, and I eventually, we're just about to the bottom floor, and they asked me something, and I screwed up, and I answered the wrong question. They brought me back up, and they erased they tried to erase my memory, but that's why I think I came in with a knowing on certain things. And a lot of you that are watching right now probably came in with a knowing of certain things, and you may have gone through a similar experience.
Indigo children. That's a common trait of indigo, I think.
A knowing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my knowing was with religion. I just knew that there was something wrong about it, and even as a child, I would go into a church and I'd get like the EBGBs whenever I'd go in there. I just knew that there's something off with it, and from that day forward, I've always pursued the real meaning behind religion, which actually boils down to subservience, control, and conformity. It's the same template as every government. And how's that working so far for most people here? But it's a knowing, and I know that a lot of you guys that are watching right now have that kind of knowing about something, and it might not be religion, but I'm sure you can relate to it.
I tread softly there.
Yeah, I know.
There's still a lot of mysteries yet to be revealed, I think.
That's true. That's true. So.
My 8th grade teacher once said, and it stuck with me my entire life, was religion was invented to answer the questions man could not answer.
Well, I think religion at its best is spirituality kindergarten.
I agree. I think that's...
Yeah. We've all been there. I don't disrespect it. I can still hang out and have a great time with any denomination.
Yeah.
But then there comes a point of transcendence, even in the experience. And I think there's a lot of varieties of religious experience. He wrote that book, Houston Smith.
Not sure.
I can't remember. That he went around and surveyed these multicultural experiences of the religious experience. It's not to be invalidated, but it is to be graduated from. Yeah.
Well, the thing I find most fascinating about religion is the story of astrotheology that's told through it.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's written in perfect astrotheological order, where it begins with the golden calf, which is to introduce the age of Taurus, and then it goes, actually it's reverse astrotheology, but then it goes into the blowing of the ram's horn, which is the age of Aries, and then when Jesus fed the masses with 2 fish, that was to introduce the age of Aquarius, which we're going in right now.
That's amazing.
It's beautiful. It tells a lot of great parables and has great metaphors, and what Jesus said you know, you can do all I can do and more is something similar I was talking to my ex-wife about earlier, right after I did the beach video earlier today, about being able to turn on all the codons in our DNA. Our DNA only has, I believe, 20 of the 64 codons that are turned on. And if somebody can figure out how to turn on all 64 codons, they can do anything. And I was talking to my daughter's mother about that earlier today. So, you know, this is what we're working on, is, you know, myself personally at least, is to get my DNA fully activated.
Well, I think the point of structured belief system, structured government, if it's a control institutional control, maybe it's education, public education, all these things keep us from discovering who we really are. And beyond that is that if we get into astrotheology and now
Yes.
Exopolitics,
Yes.
it's not so much how exopolitics influence beyond the horizontal realm of the human experience. It helps us integrate into the greater cosmos, the entire universe, of which we are inside. I mean, the atoms, the carbon-based atoms, every chemical process is replicated, especially in plasma science, by the whole universe inside the human body.
Have you seen that picture of the neurons in the brain? It resembles the exact picture of, well, it resembles the exact picture of the universe.
Oh yeah. That's cool.
It's fascinating.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Definitely.
You know, one thing I'd like to know the answer to is every time I stand in front of a microwave, I feel it in my body. I swear, I feel like I'm inside that microwave and every cell is vibrating. It's unreal.
So
Yeah.
there you tap in soul energy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some people feel that around cell phone towers. Yeah.
I swear, I feel those vibrations from coming from that microwave. I got to be at least 20 feet away from it, or else it's
I totally get it, John. The thing that I have an issue with is laptops, and my buddy Randall is, you know, he's the computer genius. He helped me a lot on my computers here recently. But if I have a laptop sitting on my lap, I can actually feel the burning right above my kneecap. So it's on the outer edge of the laptop, and I can feel some kind of burning going on with that laptop. So there's some kind of horrible energy that is coming from that.
The GPU needs to be returned.
Well, no, it happens with every laptop I've had. Every one of them. I feel this dull pain in my knee, right above my knee, on both knees. So.
I gotta go.
All right, Randall's out of here.
I'm out of here. I got a mop and sweep or I'm in trouble.
All righty. So we're gonna sign off on that. Thank you everyone for joining Randall Sanders, John Barron, and myself here on the beach, Siesta Key.
Yeah.
A little spirit chat going on. So sending you all infinite love and light. This is Gregg from N5D and Zentasia.com. Peace.
One of the beast.